good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching this from. This is Cornelius Winda with another video, and we are now continuing on our series. This series is proving the identity. We started from 2016, now I've gone to 2017. This is 2017 paper 1 external, okay, which says prove the identity, okay, 1 minus cos theta squared divided by sec theta squared minus 1 is equivalent to 1 minus sin theta squared. This is carrying 4 marks. So as we saw from the previous video, an identity or an equation always has two sides of an equation. It always has two sides rather. So for example, this identity has the left hand side and also has the right hand side. Now if you look at the left hand side, you can see that you can break down the left hand side to give you the right hand side. But if you look at the right hand side, it would be pretty difficult for you to break it down and you get the left hand side. It would require identities above our level. So we are going to choose the left hand side. We'll say left hand side, we underline, then we'll say is equal to, what do we have? 1 minus cos theta squared, 1 minus cos theta squared divided by sec theta squared minus 1. So you divide by sec theta squared minus 1. That's the identity that you have. So when you have something like this, you look at the right hand side. The right hand side of the equation, which is 1 minus sin theta squared, only has sin theta squared. So we need to think of a way of us measuring sin theta squared on this left hand side. So to continue, we're going to keep the numerator the same, and then on the top, what we're going to do is on the bottom, sorry, we are going to simplify, because we know sec theta squared, let's say squared, is equal to 1 over cos theta squared. This is an identity you need to just know. So we're going to say is equal to 1 minus cos theta squared, then you divide by 1 over cos theta squared, okay, then minus 1. What we're going to say now is, we say 1 divided by 1, then we look for the lowest common denominator for this part, okay, for that part only. Because if you look at the question, it's a fraction, alright, but it's a complex fraction. It's a fraction, and underneath there are some fractions also. So looking at the lower side, we're looking at that side of the equation, okay? I say over 1 like that. So we are going to say keep the numerator the same, so it's equal to 1 minus cos theta squared like that. Then you divide by, okay, now that we're finding the lowest common denominator, I'm going to say is equal to lowest common denominator for those, try to write it a bit lower. Lowest common denominator for those is cos theta squared, like that. 1, the lowest common denominator of 1 and cos theta squared is cos theta squared. Cos theta squared can go into cos theta squared how many times? 1 time. Then 1 multiplied by 1. So we're focusing on this part. Take note, we're focusing on this part only. So 1 multiplied by 1 is going to be a 1. Then you get your minus. 1 into cos theta squared is going to be cos theta squared. then multiplied by a 1, it's going to be a 1. I mean, it's going to be a cos theta squared, sorry. So you're going to say cos theta squared. So you have something like 1 minus cos theta squared, you divide by 1 minus cos theta squared over cos theta squared. Let me write that on the next page. So the next page we're saying is equal to 1 minus cos theta squared. Then we write a long bar like that. Then we're going to say 1 minus cos theta squared, then divide by cos theta squared. That's what I was meaning. Then from here we're going to simplify, okay, where we're going to treat this as one denominator. This, treat it as a denominator. So is equal to, right, is equal to 1 minus cos theta squared, like that. Then divide by, okay, we're going to replace this long bar with divide by 1 minus cos theta squared over cos theta squared. Okay, so if you may be wondering, what have I done? I've replaced it with this bar here, with this bar with the division sign, okay, so that we can be clear on what is happening. And then this division sign here is going to change to multiplication, okay? So how are we going to do that? We are going to say is equal to 1 minus cos theta squared. 1 minus cos theta squared is going to be maintained, then times the reciprocal of this fraction is cos theta squared. We divide by 1 minus cos theta squared. So if you saw where we began from somewhere here. When we said left hand side here, okay, I did not simplify the numerator. There is a reason behind that. Usually when you see that if you simplify it won't help you out, don't simplify. Simplify at a stage where it can help you out. So throughout my answering, I did not simplify the numerator, and as you can see at the end it has cancelled out like that, and the only thing I've remained with is equal to cos theta squared, right? That's the only thing I've remained with. And if you look at our right hand side, it was saying 1 minus sine theta squared. So before we even conclude here, we need to know the identity sine theta squared plus cos theta squared is equal to 1. So it means cos theta squared is equal to sine theta squared minus 1. So we're going to use this identity, and then we are going to say is equal to sine theta squared minus 1. So we have proved. Then to conclude, we say therefore left hand side is equal to right hand side. Then you say hence proven. Simple. Hence proven. And you get your 4 marks. And you get your 4 marks. As easy as that. Okay? This marks the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Cornelius Winda with another video, and bye bye.